every single day. So I'm sitting in the car waiting, and then there's Whammy, the person that states that they get gang stalked. I've been in the car 15 minutes. And then there's always someone next to me just sitting in the car with me. Openly. This car stopped right here. So the other car left, and then this car came to replace it. Openly. There are so many videos earlier today. I just thought, why would I go ahead and I already have so many videos as it is. Taunted and violated all day long. So typically when I record, they move. I don't know what's going on with them, because it's the whole thing is for a smear campaign to pretend like I'm mentally ill and they're not stalking me. So they're being a little bit bolder and, staying there. Because a vital part of this gang stalking is to hurry up and move when I start recording, because I have to be mentally ill. So if you look in this parking lot, I'm just trying to see how they set it up. There's a lot of people just sitting in their car, a lot of people. And then there's immediate cover. They just sit in the car with me. Then they go in and then they're harassing shoppers. Then this one's backing out. Here's my feet. That's how they do it. There's a lot of people just sitting in the car. So this has been, very valuable for them, because no one would believe my story. So she's just sitting here. They're more bold. If she's supposed to be leaving and I have a tablet up recording her, that would make sense for you to go ahead and move. And this one's coming over here. They sit and wait. That's why they're in the car. To do this every time. Then one's right here. You saw those people sitting in the car. That's how they do it. They sit in the car and wait. I've been in the car 15 minutes to catch them off guard. This is another store. I don't know how they do it. That's the only way that I can be treated like a normal human being, is if I have my phone up. They don't try to hide it. They want me to know it's deliberate until my tablet or phone's up. And the police used to come and enforce their crimes and abuse. That's why you see the chaos in the stores and then blame me for it. Police or security. Or now they're enticing staff to enforce their crimes. They immediately leave. Diagonal baskets all the time. No one can just push their basket straight. It has to be diagonal to completely block that. You can tell it's a red flag. Why is everybody's basket diagonal around me? Where's your manager? Harassment is a crime. I get terrorized in stores all the time. I'm targeted by the government, and they entice people to be a part of the harassment scheme. So I'd like to speak with your store manager. I'd like to have a normal life without people purposely trying to terrorize me shopping in their stores for years. So can I speak to your manager and give him my YouTube channel? Because carts and all kinds of things, people purposely block my path, terrorize me. See, the government's trying to get away with a lot of criminal activity. So they enlist people to be conspirators in their crimes. Harassment is criminal. And to entice stores to commit crimes with you so you can get away with more crimes is really sadistic and sick. So I just want to have a normal life and stop getting terrorized shopping. Can I speak with your store manager? How does he look?
Probably gotta go up to one of them.
Okay. It's kind of hard when law enforcement's enforcing criminal activity. You really don't get a lot resolved. So what's the reason for this? Unless you've experienced it, you don't know how it feels. It is terrorizing. It's terrifying, because they know how to psychologically abuse you, and then there's no consequences because you can't prove it's on purpose. So it's deliberate psychological abuse. That way, it helps with the smear campaign. So they terrorize you and cause emotional distress. They're trying to cause a nervous breakdown to further get away with criminal activity. So if you can imagine crossing the street and then a car pops out at you, that's a little startling, but multiple cars deliberately wait and scheme to pop at you. You know how you're in the store and you run into someone and you kind of get startled? Imagine 15, 20 people deliberately waiting behind corners to pop out at you on purpose, and store employees everywhere you go. It's psychological abuse. That's what the phone calls are for. All this chaos, the cars, me being deprived of access to my daughter. It's torture. Deliberate torture that the government has gotten away with for years with no consequences. Racking up felonies, RICO charges, racketeering, no consequences for all of it. Enticing stores and multiple other parties to conspire with criminal activity, no consequences, period. I've never heard of police enticing people to commit crimes. The police department. Embezzlement. They have enticing people to try to keep my change, overcharge me. That's criminal. That's theft. I have paid for stuff and they did not put it in the bag deliberately and kept things that I paid for. We have another cart. So some of these carts, I looked at them and how they were pretending like they were stocking. It was not even the right merchandise. I've caught it and recorded it, but I deleted it because I just didn't think people would believe my story. So they stock things that aren't even in that area just to harass. Oh, okay. Hello. Man was on camera footage over there watching me. Someone setting up this chaos. And then he came over here and blocked my path. Then there's another, they wait. They have cameras. He was standing right here. There's a camera right there, and he stood right there and waited to do that. There's the camera. Police refuse investigation. Because they set it up. Are you a police, sir? You're still standing there again. Would you like to see my YouTube channel, how the government enforces people to commit crimes? Harassment is criminal. And the police corrupt officials to get away with their crimes shouldn't entice people to commit crimes with them. Sir, I don't understand why you start an argument and I'm telling her that I'm getting harassed in the store.
I'm sorry, you're privileged.
I just will give her information that I get harassed and terrorized, and a multitude of people start arguments and enforce crime, sir, everywhere I go.
Take my picture.
I don't know who's enlisting these people to come at me with carts everywhere I go, sir, and why people interrupt and enforce criminal activity everywhere I go. I just want to be safe and shop like you can shop.
And I stand in line.
Well, I just
Like
want to give her my YouTube
Apparently
channel. I don't know. If someone set you up, I already posted this on my channel that people are set up to do
Good.
this.
Hello, people.
Yeah, it's not okay. They need their charges.
Yes.
So, ma'am, the government enlists people to commit crimes with them, and I want them to get their charges. Harassment is criminal. It's child abuse involved, and they set up people for harassment schemes to come at me, would grade me, mistreat me, and enforce their criminal activity. So I just want to be able to shop without people deliberately coming at me with cards, blocking my path, degrading me, violating me, yelling at me like they've been doing for years. So if someone enlists you into their criminal activity, harassment is criminal, and they will enlist people. Look at that channel. I never saw the government abuse power and have people commit crimes with them. But you can see a lot of that on my channel.
Must have quite a following.
He's still at it. Some kind of way he's angry that my family's getting terrorized, as multiple parties have been for years. It's like people are stationed to enforce criminal activity. Why would he condone child abuse and me getting terrorized in multiple stores? Is he behind it?
Be good.
Huh. Well, the police want to investigate to figure it out. So if you notice in these videos how you know it's on purpose, no one has an excuse me's nowhere to be found. If it's on accident, you say, excuse me, oh, I'm sorry, polite, nowhere to be found. They want you to know it's deliberate. All these people, they never say excuse me. It's just like a Twilight Zone. This car is waiting. I don't know what's going on. By their behavior, it kind of lets me know where I'm parked. Sure enough, that's where I'm parked. Immediate. He may get fired because he was supposed to come at me. He may have been, see that one right there? They're escalating it. Apparently he don't care. It makes me question, is this channel real? Can people really see this and nothing is done? Nothing's done for years. That security has left that store right there. There he goes. So the days that my abuser thinks that I look nicer, I have to be punished and they have to degrade me. You know, as I stated in another video, this man has a wife and kids that has revealing clothes. I don't know what in the world would make him try to control what I have on. There was actually a video placed in my feed. And I didn't, you know, it's a long story. But there was a video and it was weird videos because I tried hours trying to look up information on stalking. A lot of things are controlled, which you won't believe, so I won't even communicate. So it was this strange video, you know, really strange. So the lady came home. She was getting stalked and she came home and there was a snake, a rattlesnake motioned in a heart that was dead. So it disturbed her so bad she cut up her clothes. I didn't think nothing of it. Why would that bother you to where you cut your clothes up? But I had some nice clothes, some more revealing clothes. So that I typically wear, but was looking nicer. I even tried to keep up my hair so I was more presentable. So anyway, to make a long story short, I saw that and like a day or two later, I saw this snake in front of the tent, a poisonous snake in front of the tent. So then I called 911. They kept hanging up in my face 3 times. They wouldn't help. I called animal control. They would never call me back or answer the phone. The church sermon was about pit vipers that night. And the bishop looked at me and said, now let this be a warning. So when I was walking to the tent, a church member came out and left the same time I did. The behavior at this church was really creepy anyway. Things that I can't even communicate. They terrorized me at this church. That's the man that was covering for the lady that tried to hit me with her car. They terrorized me. So anyway, the sermon was about pit vipers. Okay, I'm sorry. I had a distraction. And a church member came and followed and stalked me, going to the tent and watched me in the middle of the street. The way that the tent was, you would have to be in the street to watch me. And she did it. I didn't know her, and another new man came to church that I had never seen. So anyway, while this was going on, that creepy stare at me, I knew that I didn't have any rights and this church was allowed to terrorize me, and everywhere I went with no consequences. There was nowhere I could go. Law enforcement covered for it. Everywhere I was calling on my phone, they were full for years. Shelters denied me services, all kinds of things. My family members hung up in my face after this mysterious death. They wouldn't assist. So I was forced to live in the tent. So with all this chaos, I just had to endure the abuse they gave me there, with no consequences. So to make a long story short, she watched me go to the tent, and then I saw the poisonous snake in front of the tent, and there was nothing I can do. And the minister's sermon that night was about pit vipers, and he looked directly at me and said, now let this be a warning. So of course I remembered my then the KFC incident. She wanted me to know that I looked nice. Perhaps that's why they were there. I have no clue, but I don't have as much power as these people do, so I did the same thing that woman did, and I cut up my clothes. And that's what happened. So this is every single day, every single store, I experience this. No consequences, police cover and enforce it. They keep giving me criminal trespass to report my enforce my daughter's abuse.
Report number for the trespass.
I want to. There's another one. Never mind. They immediately cut them off. Never mind. There's another one over there. They are so petty. This car right here had the light shining on me right here. They do it every single day. This white car right here. Every single day. That's why I just say never mind, because people wouldn't believe how petty they are. That's why they get away with it. This car right here did it. Flashed the lights in front of my phone. I have this outing have been an hour. So this car right here did it. A multitude of cars do it. It flashed the bright lights. It turned right before it turned. It flashed the bright lights. They time. You know, for the life of me, I'm just going down the street. I just never understood why an individual would have so much hate. So much sadistic behavior and hate, and take pleasure in someone else's pain. But here's the scary part. That person is running the government, as I tried to establish before COVID. This is just a video diary of my experiences. He walked in front of the car right here. They do that. That's dangerous. Did someone pay you to walk in front of the car? This is what they are paid to do. So he walked in front of the car and then cursed me out. Like I said in other videos, how do you pay someone to put their own life in jeopardy? I tried to report that to Tyler Police, that I didn't appreciate people doing that. Accidents happen. And then Tyler Police covered for it and gave me a criminal trespass from the police department to enforce the crimes. They're taking advantage of these people in their poverty and enlisting them to endanger their lives for a little bit of money just to terrorize me. So they deliberately walk in front of my vehicle. They've been getting away with it for years. The police enforced it in Tyler. It was caught on camera footage. And the lady that did it, I said that is not safe. Please watch yourself. She cursed me out as well. So they not only want to, he's sadistic. So he wants you to be terrorized and degraded in the process. That's who's running the government and has been for years, even before COVID.